Noah Bennett loved exploring remote places. Whenever he had a free weekend, he would pack a backpack, grab his camera, and disappear into the forests surrounding his town. Most of the time, he found nothing more exciting than old trails, streams, and abandoned campsites. But one autumn afternoon, everything changed. The weather had been clear when he entered the forest. The sky was blue. The air was calm. Birds filled the trees with sound. Then, without warning, a thick fog rolled in. Within minutes, visibility dropped dramatically. The familiar trail vanished behind a wall of gray mist. Noah checked his phone. No signal. Not unusual in that area. He continued walking, planning to return to the main path. Instead, he found something unexpected. A cabin. It stood among the trees about 50 yards away. Small. Wooden. Old. Its roof sagged slightly with age. The walls looked weathered by decades of rain and wind. Noah frowned. He had explored this forest many times. He had never seen a cabin there before. Curious, he approached. The structure appeared abandoned. The windows were dusty. Vines climbed the walls. The front porch creaked beneath the weight of fallen leaves. Everything suggested nobody had lived there for years. Yet something felt strange. The cabin looked forgotten, but not ruined, as though someone had been quietly maintaining it. Noah walked around the building. No car. No tools. No signs of recent visitors. Nothing. Then he noticed something carved into the wooden door. A date. October 12, 1957. Below it were 3 words. Do not enter. Noah laughed nervously. Someone was probably trying to scare hikers. He raised his camera and took several photographs. The moment the shutter clicked, a light appeared inside the cabin. A warm yellow glow, visible through one of the windows. Noah froze. The cabin had looked empty seconds earlier. Now someone was clearly inside. Yet he had seen nobody enter. The fog thickened around him. The forest became silent. No birds. No wind. Nothing. Then a shadow moved behind the curtain. Slowly. Watching him. Noah's first instinct was to leave. Every warning in his mind told him to turn around and head back to the trail. Yet curiosity pulled him forward. He stepped onto the porch. The old wood groaned beneath his boots. The yellow light still glowed inside, but the shadow had vanished. He approached the nearest window, carefully, slowly, peering through the dusty glass. The room appeared empty. A table stood in the center. An old rocking chair rested near a fireplace. Everything looked untouched, yet the lamp was clearly lit. Suddenly, the rocking chair moved. Just slightly. Back and forth. Back and forth. Noah stepped away from the window. His heart raced. There had to be an explanation. A draft. Loose floorboards. Anything. Then he noticed something else. Fresh footprints. They crossed the porch directly toward the front door. Large boot prints. Recent. The mud hadn't even dried. Relieved, Noah assumed someone lived there after all. Maybe a hunter. Maybe a forest ranger. He knocked. No answer. He knocked again. Silence. The only sound came from the rocking chair inside. Slowly creaking. Back and forth. Back and forth. Then the front door opened. Just a few inches. On its own. Noah stared. A cold draft drifted from the darkness inside. The lamp continued glowing. The rocking chair stopped moving. Everything became still. For several seconds, nothing happened. Then he heard footsteps. Not near the entrance. Farther inside. Walking deeper into the cabin. One step. Then another. As if someone had just turned away and was leaving. Noah should have walked away. Instead, he pushed the door open and stepped inside. The cabin felt colder than the forest outside. The air carried the smell of old wood and dust. Noah looked around. The room matched what he had seen through the window. The table, the chair, the fireplace. Everything appeared ordinary. Except for one thing. A photograph hanging on the wall. Noah walked closer. The picture showed the cabin. Taken many years ago. Standing on the porch was a family. A man. A woman. A young boy. At first glance, nothing seemed unusual. Then Noah looked closer. The boy looked exactly like him. Same face. Same eyes. Same expression. A chill ran through his body. The photograph was dated 1957. Impossible. Noah backed away. Then he heard the footsteps again. Upstairs. Slow. Steady. Moving across the floor above him. He looked toward the staircase. A faint light glowed from the second floor. The fog outside pressed against the windows, almost as if trying to get inside. The footsteps stopped. Then came a single sound. A door closing upstairs. Noah had seen enough. He rushed toward the front door, pulled it open. and ran. The moment he stepped outside, the fog began lifting. The forest slowly reappeared. The birds started singing again. Everything looked normal. Breathing heavily, Noah turned around. The cabin was gone. Completely gone. No foundation. No porch. No footprints. Nothing. Only trees. As though the cabin had never existed. Months later, Noah searched local records. Eventually, he found an old newspaper article. In October 1957, a family living in a remote forest cabin had disappeared without a trace. The photograph attached to the article showed the family standing on their porch, and among them was the same young boy Noah had seen in the picture, the boy who looked exactly like him. To this day, Noah avoids that part of the forest. But sometimes, on foggy evenings, hikers report seeing a warm yellow light glowing between the trees. A light coming from a cabin that shouldn't exist.